Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, it's Thursday, and you know what that means. It's time for the TNA Event Center report. And now here's the man to give you all the total non-stop action and impactful report, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 2529 of the show. How's it going, everybody? It is September 11th, 2025, 11:16 p.m. What a week it has been, and I want to give a shout out to Jordan. We did this chill live stream, and he he spoke his mind about the situation and all. And I want to give a shout out to my man Nova. He confessed to something that he said he shouldn't have done. And he is a good man, and he's a good kid, and he sounded and he is so sincere about this. He was so sincere, and I want to give a shout out to Nova for that, and much respect to him. Really proud of him to do something, and not a lot of young people do that. Just admit when they were wrong and all that. And Nova, I'm really proud of Nova. He decided to do it. So and Nova knows, even Nova knows his limits, and also he's a human being just like everybody else. I'm really proud of Nova. So I consider him a friend. He's a funny dude. Check out his channel. Check out his channel. If you like a sense of humor, if you need a sense of humor, well, Nova can provide that for you. So Nova, shout out to you, my man. Shout out to you. Tricky, Sharkman, Liberty, whatever he calls himself nowadays. But he's a good Hank Nova. Yeah, Hank Nova. Good guy, all around cool dude, and he always makes people laugh. So check out Hank Nova's channel, will ya? I know it's Liberty X something. I forget what it was, but anyways, we're gonna talk about what happened on TNA. As you know, TNA aired their episode on YouTube, and I got a chance to watch it, and I didn't realize, it's on YouTube. Holy crap! So, anyways, the battle of former NFL players. Moose, who also played for the New England Patriots at one point. A.J. Francis played for a few NFL teams. Went one-on-one. As you know, A.J. Francis reunited with his original first-class tag team partner in Rich Swann. As you know, Casey Navarro was out due to an injury. So, pardon me, he's on his way back. So, but I think he's going to be out for a long time, and because it was a torn ACL. They think you're like 8 or 9 months out. So, but Mustafa Ali, whose Order 4 is targeting the system, came out and joined on commentary during the matchup. They tried to, him and his Secret Service tried to get involved, but Moose survived that and got to beat A.J. Francis, and Moose has challenged him to a match at Victory Road, which Mustafa Ali was not very happy. And Gia Miller interviewed the rest of the system, Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards, Eddie and Alicia, and they vowed to beat the Nemesis and then get Order. And they say Order 4 will never stand in their way. So we'll see what happens in that matchup. Meanwhile, the Rascals, with all 3 members now in tow, came at. Zachary Wentz, Myron Reed sat down, and guess who's back again? And they're having a little bit of fun, doing their thing in the treehouse. And they said, hey, one of us is going to win. They all make great cases of, being X Division champion because they had to face each other and Jake something in a fearful way. And they said, Jake something. They made a joke about that. And we shall still see what happens there. Meanwhile, Joe Hendry was supposed to take on Eric Young, and Eric Young addresses Joe Hendry before the matchup and says, you're the problem, we're going to start with you. It's cleansing, and then it was Travis Williams who attacked Joe Hendry from behind. And And Judas Icarus and Eric Young were ejected from ringside when they tried to get involved in the match, but the referee caught him. And Joe Hendry ended up winning the matchup. And then Eric Young berates the Northern Armory after the matchup, and then he tried to get Judas Icarus to attack Travis Williams, but then Eric Young snapped and attacked both of them with each a pile driver. And Matt Cardona addresses Nia and Nemesis. Nobody likes you. You suck, and now I don't like you. And let's see what he. I sent him that. So okay. And yeah, sorry. Anyways, yeah, I apologize. Let's see, where was I? I'm trying to think here. Sorry about that, folks. Matt Cardona, I was right. And then they had the Victoria Crawford podcast, and the guest was Gia Miller. And Victoria Crawford is upset at Gia Miller for having Tessa Blanchard suspended. And she said she brought it upon her. She had nobody to blame but herself. What do you expect the company going to do? And I thought Gia Miller was going to pop off at Victoria Crawford, and Jody Threat came in and said, hey, calm down, and basically intervene, and, it was over, and Gia Miller totally ticked off, says, I don't have time for this. So then Leon Slater joined on commentary with the X Division title #1 contenders match in a fatal 4-way. Jake Something was going up against all three members of the Rascals. The returning Trey Miguel, Myron Reed, and Zachary Wentz. And at Victory Road, the whoever wins the match will face Leon Slater. And Myron Reed picked up the victory in that matchup. And both Rascals were talking about it. And then they decided to support Myron Reed as he's going to challenge Leon Slater. It's going to be a heck of a matchup between these two. And also Myron Reed is going to be married to Killer Kelly. And they already had a kid. Frankie Kazarian talks to Jake Something. Basically, I think he's trying to tell Jake Something he's got to stop being nice. You got to get going. Meanwhile, Jesse McKay of the Inspiration went up against Heather by Elegance as the personal concierge. George Iceman introduced them, and then Cassie Lee fights off the Elegance brand. And Heather by Elegance ended up winning the matchup and gets involved. Santino Marella comes out and says, you want to match M? Okay. It'll be you versus Cassie Lee. And so Cassie Lee and M went at it and ended up winning that matchup. Cassie Lee did. Then Steve Macklin addresses Frankie Kazarian and says, you'll be the king of nothing when I get done with you. The Elegance brand confronts Morella and said he made a matchup for Victory Road. I think it's a 6-woman tag. And they asked Indy Hartwell to be the special guest referee for that matchup. Mike Santana was about to be in wrestling action until the TNA champion Trick Williams attacking Santana before his matchup. But the security referee separated the two of them. No match happening. And Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers of the System took on the Nemesis. The Order 4 came out, and the Great Hands got involved in that matchup, costing Myers and Edwards as the Nemesis picked up the victory. So the Nemesis announced when they're going to get their tag team rematch, and they decided, the matchup, the rematch will take place on. The rematch will take place next week. Hardys come out to try to respond, and referees came out to stop them and all. And in the end, though, the matchup will happen next week. Well, that is all the time we have on this episode. But before I go, I want to let everyone know that the new speakers will come in next week, this coming Monday. Unless, they say, it's going to come in tomorrow, it's going to come in Saturday, it could be Monday, who knows. Because of everything going on, I think they probably delayed the order because of that. But that's okay. No problems there. Hopefully, because of everything going on, they probably delayed. They say, we'll just push it back to Monday. But you never know for sure, So I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of the show. Again, I want to give a shout out to Jordan for, bringing me back on his chill stream. Hank Nova, check out his channel, Liberty X something. Check it out if you can find it. Subscribe to him, please. He's a good kid. He's got a wry sense of humor. And then you got the House of Chayton, who's been supporting me. Thank you guys so much. And the Bofa Boys, Alex, A-Pizzle 90, Mr. Harrison 86. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. Renegade Shenanigans, that's going to be the new name for my live streams. I want to honor the YouTube Renegades and show respect. And people like names, so it'll be... I was going to call it off the regular Shenanigans, but it is, a renegade in a way is like somebody who goes against the flow, basically. That's why, But let me look up that word renegade before we close out. Let me just I want to get the meaning of All right, a renegade, a person who deserts or betrays an organization, country, set, or will have treacherously change allegiance. A renegade. Abandons religion, apostate, behaves in rebel. Unconventional. It's unconventional. Like that'd be something. Basically, unconventional. Not as conventional, like unconventional, unorthodox type of deal. That's going to be what Renegade Shenanigans are about. Be a lot different than the regular Shenanigans you see on the channel itself. So that's basically what it is. Being different, basically. I know it sounds like villainish when you say the word renegade, but I don't rebel against anything, but I go against the flow, so to speak. Don't do something that you normally don't do. Is talk about, really, really speak my mind on my channel, and that's what the Renegade Shenanigans are all about. So I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful, blessed night. Good night, everybody. Until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and do it for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.